Hello, welcome to Global Business. I am Imewo Yohimohai. I'm on the busy streets of Abuja, but it's not so busy in one part of Abuja, just like in many other parts of the country. That is where they sell foreign currencies. The Central Bank of Nigeria recently banned forex sales to BDCs, that's Bureau de Change operators. And I'll be looking at that on the program. Also on the program, we'll be looking at CAR. What's CAR? It's the Citizens Accountability Report. You will get to know what it's all about. And in fact, that's our first report for today. Take a listen, enjoy, watch.
The Citizens Accountability Report, CAR, is the new assessment guide for Nigerians to be able to rate the governance of subnational governments. But it goes more than that.
The CAR is designed as a SFTAS DLI with incentives to enable government to report the utilization of public funds in the last completed fiscal year in a manner that could be digested by the citizens and used to engage the government for improved results. The idea behind the CAR is to present the audited financial statement and fiscal performance in a way that is understandable to the public by condensing the information contained in the Auditor General's report, highlighting the key issues that the citizens will be interested in, and seamlessly creating an opportunity for informed engagement and participation. The CAR will also enable the civil society organizations, the media, and the organized private sector players to ask the right questions about their commonwealth and how the funds are being utilized by government to provide goods and services to the generality of its people.
The CAR is part of a plan by both the Nigerian government and the World Bank to promote accountability and transparency in the subnational tier of government. It is an incentivized program that will lead to a grant from the World Bank to compliant states.
This program has 4 key result areas for which the OGP Secretariat is providing engagement in the budget process. The key result areas are increased fiscal transparency and accountability, strengthened domestic revenue mobilization, increased efficiency in public expenditure, strengthened debt sustainability. These are very, very important and they are carefully chosen. The moment we are able to have results on this, we would have had results on those key public management, public finance management functions that impact on good governance.
And so, members of government institutions and civil society groups from states in the northeast of Nigeria were gathered in Abuja for a technical workshop to train them on how to develop the templates for the CAR. The participants speak on their expectations from this workshop.
What I hope to see is the high level of inclusion of persons living with disability in citizen engagement. So already we have it. As you can see, I represent Adama people living with disability. People living with disability, they were also citizens in Nigeria. And secondly, if at all we can know how government spends, then we will be able to challenge any situation that is not inclusion.
And the purpose of this SFTAS is to improve transparency, accountability, and sustainability by state. And part of the DLI that we are supposed to achieve, that is the disbursement link indicator number 2, is the preparation of Citizen Accountability Report. This report has a deadline of 30th September that each state that we want to assess the grant must produce that account. So all states are here to follow up a call by the OGP to come and learn how to populate the Citizen Accountability Report template. That's what we want to achieve at the end of this training session.
The participants also speak of progress in their states for citizen participation in government.
We've started our town hall meeting to sensitize the citizens on what kind of demands they should make on the government. The essence is for the government to plan with the people, not planning for the people. It has been a culture where people sit in government and craft state budgets. And this time around, we're saying no. The state budget should be crafted in the field, where you go and have a discussion with the people in the grassroots, and they tell you what they wanted, and it should be included in the state budget. And at the moment, I think last year we were able to generate about 8 different projects at the grassroots level. We have 168 wards in Taraba State, and every ward was expected to come up with 5 different projects. And by next month, we are going to review, out of the 800 different projects that we generated from the grassroots, how many were in the budget, how many were executed. And those that were not executed, we now ask why they are not executed. And then we rate it based on the percentage. Where we are not satisfied, we make more demands from the budget office to increase the number of projects in the budget, and of course increase the number of projects to be executed. We want our political leaders to be measured by the number of projects that they execute, and this project coming from the grassroots, not the ones that are crafted in the offices, and not the type of budget that is kinetic in nature because some people want to just achieve a name. That kind of consideration will create more awareness among the people to know their rights when it comes to making demands of the government.
In Adamawa State, so there was a budget, so we have been able to participate in the process, in the public hearing. So we even query on the budget that we are just asking about the inclusion in the budget. So they have been able to answer and even be able to take note of what we have query on.
Even before the budget starts, there is this engagement with stakeholders. That is, we call the civil society organization. We even went as far as going to the grassroots to hold a town hall meeting for the citizens to actually tell the government what they really need. And we collect this, we have a feedback mechanism also on the budget website for every citizen to make comment on the activities of government. And it is through this comment that we used to incorporate in preparing our state budget.
The Citizens Accountability Report, CAR, is under the State's Fiscal Transparency, Accountability and Sustainability Program, SFTAS, a program developed to focus on strengthening the fiscal sustainability, transparency and accountability of Nigerian states. This government program comprises of the Fiscal Sustainability Plan actions to be implemented by state governments, the Nigerian Open Government Partnership OGP National Action Plan actions at state level. Stephen Okon is the national coordinator for SFTAS. He speaks more on the program.
The program evolved from the federal government's intervention in the fiscal crisis that was experienced in 2015-2016, where states were not in a position to meet most of their maturing and recurring obligations. So the federal government intervened by first restructuring the commercial loans that states had into long-term bonds guaranteed by the federal government, and then subsequently there was a facility called the Budget Support Facility that was extended to 35 states except Lagos to enable them meet their financial obligations. But in releasing that support, the federal government had to also develop, in conjunction with the state, the Fiscal Sustainability Plan, which is a 22-point agenda plan, which enabled the states to be disciplined transparently and also work towards ensuring that there is sustainability in their debts. But as the program was being implemented, it was observed that it was uneven and there was therefore need for more time, and the federal government had to request from the World Bank a loan to enable it sustain the implementation of that fiscal sustainability plan, and that led to the establishment of the SFTAS program, which is the state's fiscal transparency, accountability, and sustainability program. So essentially, it is aimed at keeping states going by way of discipline, financial discipline. It's also intended to entrench in states common fiscal behavior that promote transparency, especially some of which are replicated in the federal. We talk about the treasury single account. We talk about the linking of biometrics and BVN to payroll systems. So whatever it is done in the states, at the federal level, that could be replicated at state level to ensure their sustainability. That is what the SFTAS program stands for, without compromising their autonomy. Like you all know, that states have their fiscal autonomy.
Okon says the program has received full backing of the Nigerian Governors Forum, and so he says a political will to achieve its objectives.